ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಓಂ ಅಖಂಡಾನಂದ ಸಂಬೋಧಃ ವಂದನಾತ್ಯಸ್ಯ ಜಾಯತೆ ಗೋವಿಂದಂ ತಮಹಂ ವಂದೇ ಚಿದಾನಂದತನುಂ ಗುರುಂ. So yesterday we were seeing kakasya vishtavat asahya buddhihi bhogeshu sa ತೀವ್ರ ವಿರಕ್ತಿರಿಷ್ಯತೆ ವಿರಕ್ತಿರ್ ತೀವ್ರತ್ವ ನಿಧಾನಂ ಆಹುಹು ಭೋಗ್ಯೇಷು ದೋಷ ಈಕ್ಷಣಮೇವ ಸಂತಃ. We were looking into this. Kakasya vishtavat asahya buddhihi. Here we are not talking about hatred. Asahya is not hatred, it is intolerance. It is like aversion. Proper word for that is, see, asahya is sahya is to tolerate. Sahya to tolerate. Asahya to not tolerate. So it is kind of aversion. Okay. Kakasya vishtavat, like the vishtha of kaka. Vishtha means we have already said it is the shit, it is the feces. Okay, the shit. So like the droppings of the crow, we don't enjoy it. The moment we see it, we turn our see, fingers. Hatred is the word which is a very strong word which we use. It can happen only for things which we love. Only if we have love, you will have hatred. It's a mutual thing. Who will love droppings? Somebody loves the droppings. So there is somebody who is hating it. So they are all mutual things. So correlated. Only for things which you hate, you can have love. Only for things which you love, you can have hatred. Okay. Now we are not talking about hatred or love. We are talking about asahya, intolerance, meaning aversion, disgust. So there he says, kakasya vishtavat, like for the crow's droppings, we are not interested in it. The moment you see, you just turn your head towards the other side. You don't even think about it. You divert your attention to something else. Like that, bhogyeshu asahya buddhi. If somebody has asahya buddhi, intolerance, aversion towards the bhogya, the object of enjoyment, sa tivra virakti ishyate, that is what is called as tivra virakti. See, yesterday we saw, with reference to the Yoga Sutra, manda, madhyama, tivra. Mandam, I explained it as uttama, and later I changed it as tivra with the reference to the sutra. So manda, madda, madhyama, manda, uttama, uttivra. Madhyama, manda, madhyama, tivra. Tivra, manda, tivra, madhyama, tivra. So we have a dull, mediocre, and a superior. So the superior, tivra, strong. Tivra samvegana asanaha, one who has a vairagya which is very strong, for him it is very immediate, it is very quick. What is that? The samadhi. Here also the atma jnana, the knowledge of the self, is very easy to get when you have a tivra virakti. Virakti should be, the vairagya should be strong. So kakasya vishtavat, with reference to this, I was reminded about a story. Vishta is a word which refers to droppings or any dropping, any kind of shit. It is Vishta. Okay. When I was in Kumbh Mela of Prayagraj, a very long back, I'm talking about 2000 something. So during that time, you had the earthquake in Gujarat. Okay. So that day, I was invited to a bandara, a feast, and the one who was announcing in the mic, he was saying, "Visht log yahan par, ati visht log wahan par," meaning visht, whoever is visht, they should have to come here. Who is ati visht, they have to go there. What he meant was vishishta. Vishishta means special. Vishishta, special. Ati vishishta, super special. I sat in one corner, and another fellow was, "Why are you sitting here? Come, let's go there." I said, no. It's okay. This is the best place. Anywhere they are going to feed the same food. So what is the point? So another thing is, he is referring to them as Vishta. I don't want to be shit there. So, thing is, kakasya vishtavate, like the close droppings, shit. When you have that aversion towards the object of enjoyment, then that is called as Tivra Virakti. It is very good. But easy said than done. How do you know that you have that Virakti or not? What is the testometer? For that, he says, विरक्ति तीव्र तीव्रत्व निदानम आहु भोग्येषु दोष ईक्षणमेव. How do you gain that stability in that virakti, that kind of virakti? Be established in that kind of virakti, that kind of dispassion. So for that he says vishayeshu bhogyeshu dosha ikshanam eva. We say in Vedanta vishayeshu dosham pashya. See the defects in the objects. Here he says bhogyeshu dosha ikshanam. See the defects in the object of enjoyment. Same. So if you see the defects in the object of enjoyment, then what? Negativity. The Vedantic fellows are full of negativity. This is what I call them workaholic. The woke people, so they who are addicted to that, they are workaholic. So those workaholics, they don't have any respect for any tradition. They think they are super smart and all that. And they declare, oh, this is negativity, full of negativity. How can you gain that positivity, positive energy through this negativity, negative energy? So utter stupidity, no logic. So we have to understand, how can you, maybe that is right, what he asks is right, you have to give an answer. Okay, we'll give him an answer. Next shloka, I'll show it in the next shloka. Tadrushyate vastuni yatra doshah na tatra pumso asti punah pravritti antar maharogavatim vijanan ko naam aveshyamapi rupinim vrajet. Pradrushyate, it's not pradarshyate, it is pradrushyate. Pradarshyate means nicely shown. Pradrushyate means nicely seeing. Drushya, to see. Pradrushya, prakrishtena drushya, to see nicely. So, yatra vastuni dosha pradrushyate, in whichever object you see the defect nicely. When you see the defect nicely, perfectly, without any doubt, then na tatra pumso asti punaha pravritti. Punaha pravritti pumso na atra asti. There is no purusha for the person. There is never ever involvement in it again. Punaha, again. He will not be involved in it again. After he sees there is a defect in that. Why will somebody be interested in that? Oh, I don't want to go to his place. I don't want to talk to him. Why? He disrespected me. So when there is a defect, you see that defect of disrespect or anything like that, then why will you be involved in that thing again? If you are again and again involved, then you are like a dog. What is the difference between dog and human being? Dog has a nature of throwing up and eating its own vomit. When we see a defect and when we throw it, then there is no point in being attached to it again. So that is why he says that seeing the defect is an obstacle for being involved in it again. Do you understand? Negativity, seeing the negativity there is an obstacle for seeing any positivity in that. You will not be involved in anything which is negative. So, like what? Like antar maharogavatim vijan. He's giving a beautiful example. Antar maharogavatim vijanan. So, we have this saying kind of like you have a very beautiful plate which is full of good foods, good food. Okay, you have one rice, you have sambar, you have biryani, you have this, that, you have sweet, you have vada, everything. And the corner, a small piece, only a small piece of shit, if you keep, will you be eating that food? Only it is only in the corner. No, that one small piece of shit will give an aversion to whatever you eat here. It will be, you will feel like you are eating this shit now. So similar kind of aversion should be there towards the object, sense objects. What happened as a example I was talking about this, I remembered this example which happened 30 years or more than that ago. Okay. So I and my two friends, we went to a hotel in the afternoon for the afternoon food. So what happened was, you have to pay money, you have to take a token, you have to go and sit. That's the tradition here for the afternoon food, only for the afternoon food. So we bought the token, we went and we sat and we gave the token, and he put a very beautiful, nice banana leaf, plantain leaf, and then cleaned and all that. He was serving everything. We had our sambar, and the next is some korambu, we call it. Okay, some tamarind based food. While eating this fellow, my friend, with whom I had gone, so that fellow, Saravanan, he stopped eating. He said, Rama, let's go. I said, what happened? He pushed a small piece of insect. I was like, this fellow eats fish, this fellow eats meat, and this fellow is throwing a small piece of insect on me and saying, I don't want to eat. I said, okay, let's go. He washed our hand. He could not. He was about to throw. I said, I saw him, his situation. I said, let's go. Immediate. No more. Then we washed our hands and we were about to go. Then the manager who was sitting in that, the owner actually, he was sitting in the place where they have the counter. Okay. He saw us not eating and leaving the plate. He said, stopped us. What happened? I told him silently, secretly, because there are other people who are eating. I don't want to disturb. If you don't know, ignorance is bliss, right? So I didn't want to disturb others. I told him silently, this is what happened. He immediately took the money and gave it us. Said, it's okay. So we had some other food somewhere, where we don't know what was there in it. That kind of. Anyway, the point is, after seeing that small piece of insect, he could not eat. We could not eat. That is the kind of situation he's giving with another example. Beautiful example. This is. Antarmaharogavatim vijanan ko nama veshyam api rupinim rajet. Rupinim api veshyam. Rupinim, beautiful. Api, though she is very beautiful, she. Veshya. Veshya means a prostitute. Though this prostitute is a very beautiful prostitute, and this person who has a habit of going to her, okay, involved with her. So even if she is beautiful, we don't even have to take as a prostitute or anything. We can take it as a woman, any woman or any man, whichever. So even if she is very beautiful person, or he is a beautiful person, if there is a defect, here the defect is antarmaha rogavatim. She is a very beautiful person, has all the good qualities and all that. Oh, what a lovely person that person is. But there is one defect. If you see that one defect here, the defect is Maharogavatim. She has a Maharoga, earlier Kushta, leprosy. Okay, that is what was considered to be a very great disease. It is because of greater sin. You have performed a very huge sin in your past life. That is why you have this Kushta. That is how it was seen. Now, after seeing the leprosy, even if it is if it is in part of her private parts, that's worse. Now, if it is in her hands and all, and she has decorated it with something else, still, if you know that she has, now if you don't want to see it as a leprosy, you can see it as AIDS. So if somebody has AIDS, will you be interested in being involved with that person sexually? This example he is giving, Veshyam, he could have given some other example also. This example is a very beautiful example, important example also, because see, we will see in the later portions. I'll give the examples also. See, sense object, when we say bhogyeshu, with respect to the bhogya, with respect to the sense object, the object of enjoyment, it not limits only to the object which you are involved. It's the object which you see, you hear, everything. The dance, the music, everything is sense object here. So now, with that sense object, each one of the sense object, things are bound by being attached to one sense object. Now here, this is one place where all your sense organs function. In the copulation, all the sense organs function. So this is very dangerous. That is why he is bringing this example, not any other example. He could have brought a very beautiful example, simple example, fish. Fish gets caught by the taste for the worm. So, simple. So, or a mouth for the fire. So, he is bringing this. Even if you know there is a defect there, to show that if you see that beautiful lady and that lady has this defect, then will you be involved with that person? No. So that is why he says, na tatra punaha asti pumsaha pravritti. If you see there is a defect, once that the knowledge of the defect is very clear, then you will not be involved with that thing again, that defective thing again. So then he is going to the next example. Atrapi cha anyatra cha vidyamana padartha sammarshanameva karyam yatha प्रकारार्थगुणाभिमर्शनं संदर्शयति तदीय दोषम्. Atra cha anyatra cha, here and the other place. Anyatra, in other place. Anya means other. Anyatra, tra saptamyam tral, saptamyah tral. Seventh case, tra is used. So anyatra, in other places. Here, other place, there. No, it is not here and there. It is here and hereafter. In this world and the other world, because iha amutrartha phalabhoga viraga. What is vairagya? For the sense objects of this world and the other worlds. The desirelessness for the sense object, the dispassion for the sense object of this world and the other world. That is what he says here. For the objects of this world and the other world, anyatra cha vidyamana padartha, whatever objects exist in here and hereafter, with respect to those objects, sammarshanam eva karyam. Sammarshanam karyam eva. You have to definitely do sammarshana. Sammarshana means inquiry into it. When you perform the inquiry properly into it, what happens is yatha prakarartha guna abhimarshanena, by doing inquiry properly as it is, yatha padartha, as the object is, you have to deal with it as it is, not adding or removing your superimposition into it. So now I see this object, pen. Okay. Now this pen is a beautiful pen. On one side it has pen, and the other side it is a pencil, and it is blue in color. The pen is blue color ink, and all that. Now this is of a particular company and all that. For a person who has a better option, he will see, oh, this pen is a useless pen. This pencil is given. Oh, there's a pencil also in this. So what? There is no rubber in it. So he will find all the defects even in good things. For a person who has a better option. Do we have a better option? Yes, we have. Not another better pen. We have the better self. So with reference to that, when you see anything, everything has a defect. Now it is like this. When you argue with an idiot, it is very difficult to argue with an idiot. You cannot, never been, like they say in English, you should never argue with an idiot or fight with a pig because they'll enjoy. So similarly, the pig will enjoy the cuddling. So the thing is, the point is, it's like this idiot. If you are going to argue with an idiot, what happens is, he is going to give some stupidity more and more. He is going to present more and more of his stupidity through the logic. So if you just let him do all the logic, you don't open your mouth. You just let him talk. Idiots, what they do is they have the habit of locking themselves in their own talk. They lock themselves in their talk. That is what idiots do. So you don't have to do anything. He will just contradict himself and he will lose the debate. So, yatha padartha, when you see things as it is, then definitely sandarshana sandarasheti tadiya dosha. You will definitely see, it will show up, all the defects of that object will show up. How can I, if I just leave it like that? How is there the possibility of it displaying its defect? For that, we'll ask a simple question. I brought this pen. Okay, now you have this pen, pencil, whatever it is. This. So in this, Why do you see this? Why do I see this? I have eyes. Good answer. Why do you have eyes? How do you see through your eyes? Because my mind is there. Very good answer. Why do you have a mind? Don't go Vedanta because you are studying Vedanta. You have a body. You have a body, therefore you have mind. Simple thing. Simple. Let us keep it simple. So, the cause for seeing all these objects is because you have a body. Right? If I don't have a body, if I don't exist, I am, because according to me, I am the body. If I don't exist, my body does not exist, I don't exist. If I don't exist, I don't see this pen or pencil. I'm not worried about this. I'm not going to be bothered about this. Right? So, simple, he starts with that stage. Next shloka, he starts with that stage. In each stage where you have love for things or hatred for things. With respect to that, he's, because you say you love something, and a man loves a woman, or a woman loves a man, and they break up. Wife loves her husband, and husband loves a wife, they divorce. When they were through the thick and thin of everything, and suddenly there is one issue which disturbs their relationship, it becomes unmendable. That one issue is the defect. You understand? So there, it is not that there is no good thing in that person or anything, but this one bad thing overpowers all the goodness in that person. Even if that person is good, we are not bothered about it. It's not a question of the other goodness. This badness is what is the important point. Focus. Similarly, here we see all this because we have this body. Simple. So he starts from there. The next sloka, he starts from there. He starts the inquiry from there with this body. In Taittiriya Upanishad, I told you already, in Taittiriya Bhashya Vartika, he takes this and he discusses about this in detail. He takes this as input, and he does a developing hints kind of thing in that shloka. Now, what does he say here? Kuksho samatur malamu कुक्षौ समातुर्मलमूत्रमध्ये स्थितिं तदा विन्कृमि दंशनं च तदीयको तदीयकौक्षेयक वह्निदाहं विचार्यको वा न विरतिं न याति. Who will not get this dispassion? He is going to add this vicharyako va na viratim na yati. He is going to add to this shlokas. Who will not, if a person inquires into this, who will not get this dispassion? That is the kind of a thing he is going to bring in with each stages of life. He starts with a kuksho somatur, in the mother's womb. He starts with the mother's womb. In the mother's womb, when you are a baby. So he starts with when you are a baby. In in Taittiriya Bhashya Vartika, he goes before that. Even before you become a baby. And in the Upanishads, it starts with even before that. The jivas travel from the other world. It travels. It's dark outside. It's raining for past 2-3 days in the evening. So it was very hot. I was sweating. You would have seen. Now the climate suddenly again changed. So think as the jiva travels through the rains, it comes to the earth, it falls on the earth, and it associates itself with some plants or anything, something. So some eatable, and that eatable is consumed by goat or something else, and that goat or cow or something. That milk is consumed by a human being, and from there he travels to the woman's womb, etc. That is how the lengthy process is said. Panchagni Vidya, we call it. We'll come to that later. I'll explain that later. Now, the point here is simple. Even through the science, if you see, Shastra explains the same thing already. So, the man leaves his semen inside the womb of the woman. Now, what happens? There is eggs, there are eggs and there are sperms. So even a droplet of the woman's liquid and the man's liquid, they have a lot of eggs and lot of sperms. Okay. Now, when the man leaves the sperm in the woman's womb, what happens? Each of this egg here on this side and each of that sperm there on the other side, they want to meet. Whichever meets, this is the normal situation. There is a possibility of only one meeting, one egg meeting one sperm. The rarity is two eggs meeting two sperms, etc. So if one egg meets one sperm, that is over. There is no more possibility. The others are all as well dead. They have lost the race. Only the winner wins. Winner is born as a jiva. Okay. Now, this is the situation. So you have to fight your way to be born. Rat race. You have, so even before the birth, you have to push others and heckle and others and associate yourself with that egg. There the problem starts. From there, he says, Kuksho Somatuhu. In the mother's womb you enter. And you are in the Upanishad, he'll go to the different stages and what are the difficulties in that stage. So whatever that is. So here in the Upanishad or in the Vartika, Bhashya Vartika also, here he says in that womb, it is not a simple place. For people who are claustrophobic, that womb is a killer. Oh, claustrophobia and all I got later after the if you think like that, okay. So will you be happy being arrested, being bound to one single place, not able to move freely? So the problem starts from there itself. So that is the defect. That is the defect we have to see. So in each places, in each of this place, we'll see the defect detail. In detail, we'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.